Good morning. Anyone else incredibly excited about today's clash between England and South Africa? I've been enjoying a bit of banter with Retha's widower, Boat, on WhatsApp. I've been having so much fun. I'm actually liking that England are underdogs. Everything I do is about being the underdog. So being an ME advocate, I'm going to turn this off, otherwise it sounds like I'm making weird noises. Everything I do in terms of being an ME advocate is me being an underdog, fighting against the odds. So, I don't mind. It means that we've got no pressure. We can just go out and play our best, as my dad said this morning, as long as we put up a good fight. But it has tickled me seeing the sheer amount of people that are saying we're going to get absolutely annihilated today. I don't care. Anyway, the reason I'm doing this YouTube live is because I posted about this last week. A written post. So I'm taking the opportunity, because England are playing South Africa and I'm all praised for it, to highlight that while rugby and C.F.S may be complete opposites, it would actually be beneficial to both parties if it linked up. And I'm going to explain why I think that. So in my mind, you cannot be any more physically fit than an elite rugby player, because you need strength, agility, get an absolute battering. And sorry, I caught my cable. It's one of those days today. It's raining as well. You have to be at your absolute prime to be a rugby player. Gone are the days of having a beer belly and, playing rugby after with a massive hangover. It just doesn't happen anymore. Extremely physically fit specimens, both men and women. And there is this idea that physically fit people cannot get sick with myalgic encephalomyelitis, also known as chronic fatigue syndrome. And as an ME advocate, I can say without a shadow of a doubt that C.F.S doesn't give a diddly squat about your physical fitness. Virtually every week I speak to someone that used to be a triathlete, used to be a ballerina. We know that Richie Barnett, who used to be the New Zealand captain, rugby league, has C.F.S. Ballerinas, triathletes, all sorts of other sports are represented, or people that used to be able to play those sports are represented within the ME/CFS community. So it does not care about your previous physical fitness. But there's this notion that's always pushed, make sure you eat healthily, keep your immune system as strong as possible, regularly exercise, you can fight off most diseases, etc., etc., etc. When it comes to ME/CFS, it does not matter. So now I've said that, the reason I personally believe that rugby needs to learn about ME/CFS is threefold. So firstly, there's this notion that mind over matter, you can get over absolutely everything. Anyone with ME will tell you, no, that's simply not the case. With ME, you can't do mind over matter because your body doesn't create energy. If anything, you make yourself a heck of a lot worse because you're using energy your body doesn't have. Anyone that's a complete newbie to ME/CFS, ME/CFS affected bodies do not create or use energy effectively. So any energy we do have, naturally, we have to make sure we micromanage it to get the most out of our available energy. Someone like me that's got mild ME might have 50% less energy than I had before I had ME/CFS. Someone with moderate or severe will have far less energy than me. And considering you need energy to do absolutely anything with the human body, think, move, talk, communicate. You need energy for all sorts of things. So mind over matter doesn't work with ME. Also, I have seen quite a lot of rugby players say they've got a mysterious virus and it's, but I'm going to be better for the match. I'm going to be better. Like literally symptoms end on a Friday, they're playing on the Saturday. If that was COVID, you are drastically increasing your risk of chronic illness. And we already know that 30% get long COVID. And at the 1 year post-infection point, 50% of those meet ME/CFS criteria. So we know what the risk is from COVID to go on to develop ME/CFS. So for the past 3 years, when I hear, oh, rugby players had them, because they never admit it's COVID because it's not covered by insurance. That's the same with the entertainment industry. So they've had a mysterious virus, and we're really hoping that with, a couple of days of rest, he or she will be physically fit for Saturday. And the ME advocate part of me is like, oh, please no, especially when they're my favourite players. I'm like, please do not push yourself to the point where you become chronically sick. So there's that. And the third thing is, I very much doubt that any physiotherapists that work with any teams within English rugby, whether that's England rugby or teams, would know anything about post-exertional malaise. Would you know how to screen for it? And if someone had a virus maybe 2-3 weeks before, 4 weeks before, and they said, oh, I just haven't got any energy, would you encourage them to increase their activity level, or would you know to screen for post-exertional malaise, know to make them rest for longer than they feel that they need to, and to screen for post-exertional malaise? Because I personally think that people that are physiotherapists in any kind of elite sport now need to learn about post-exertional malaise, because people are dropping like flies with chronic illness. And you cannot keep flogging someone that simply does not have energy. It's not that their skills aren't going to be as good, or they're not going to be able to run for as long. They may not be able to get out of their bed. That's how bad ME/CFS can be. So I'm kind of combining my love of rugby. I absolutely love that England ladies beat Australia yesterday. Well done, ladies. And so this is men and women's teams. You need to know about the risk of ME/CFS as a result of a virus. Viruses aren't the only cause of ME/CFS, but at the moment, with COVID being so rife and everyone thinking it's just a cold, more and more people are going to become chronically sick. You need to know about this. Anyone involved in rugby, I'm going to be tagging quite a lot of people in as I share this video. If you would like to learn more about ME/CFS, I've got a training platform. I've got a social enterprise that does online training. I can also signpost you so that you learn about post-exertional malaise, so that you know what you're looking for. Because worst case scenario, this could be your best player. They catch COVID, you force them back on the pitch far too soon, and then worst case scenario, if they went on to get very severe ME, they would not be able to get out of their bed for a really long period of time. It's not unknown for people to be bedbound for years and years and years. That's what you're risking. So you need to know about post-exertional malaise. It's not deconditioning. It's been scientifically proven to not be deconditioning. I'll be very happy to signpost anybody, whether you are in amateur clubs or professional. We need sports people to understand that your level of physical fitness is not a deterrent for you becoming chronically sick, because ME/CFS just doesn't care. It's destroyed a heck of a lot of people's careers, sports people that just did, high level sport in their spare time, ballerinas, as I've said. You need to know about ME/CFS. So everybody that's watching this today, good luck, England. I'll try not to cry too much if we lose, but I'm, channeling the positivity. But yeah, so please don't think that the only people with ME/CFS were couch potatoes. A wide range of people. I was a couch potato when I got ME/CFS. I won't lie. The most amount of exercise I used to do was take my dog for a half-hour walk every day. That's fine. That's enough exercise. That's like a normal person level of exercise. Didn't go to the gym regularly, etc., etc. But people of all levels of physical fitness are getting chronically sick, and you need to know about it. So if anybody wants to get in touch with me, or get in touch with some information, I just want to make sure that you are as informed as you possibly can be, because people's careers and lives depend on it. But yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. I'll catch you again soon.